Hello. I'm just waiting for more people to join in before I talk about what I'm gonna do this stream. Although part of it's clearing the title. Also, yes, Isabella is my main in this game. I do like how the screen changes from blue to purple when you go to the Booster Course Pass tracks. Alright, you know what, so I'm just gonna say right now, so now that Wave 3 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course passes out, I decided I will do a time trial on each of the new tracks and I will give my thoughts on them as I go. I've already played all of them, but I thought it would be cool to present what my thoughts are on each track on stream, and then I will probably do some online races if my internet decides to cooperate. So yeah, let's get started with London Loop. Also, I just wanted to say the music for each track is awesome. Like, they really outdid themselves with the music. Yo, Libra. And yeah, it has been a while since I've streamed. I'm going this way since this path is only open on the first lap, and the other path you can take on lap 3. So yeah, this first route, oops, yeah, I'm not used to playing like this, but this first route is a London Loop 1 from Mario Kart Tour. I've been okay. I'm on winter break now, so that's epic. How have you been? Alright, and now we go on to London Loop 2. Right here, there's Buckingham Palace. We go this way to the left here. Some stairs. That's nice. Right past the London Eye. And now for the final lap, going back onto London Loop 2, and as you can see here, the chain chomp is loose. The chain chomp is free from its post. And this one is interesting. Now we are... That road I just went on is unused in Mario Kart Tour. And now I'm on London Loop 3 Reverse, because in the original London Loop 3 actually goes in the opposite direction of where I'm going now. And the chain chomp that was in London Loop 1 there has also been released from its post. So yeah, the chain chomps have been released from their posts. Also, I just realized my stream is lagging, so I apologize for that. Oh, cool. Are you in band or choir? I'm just gonna cut to the next track because the ending doesn't really matter. Overall, I think what Nintendo did with London Loop was honestly pretty cool to see. Next up is Boo Lake. Once again, I apologize for the stream lagging. Anyways, for Boo Lake, this track is awesome, honestly. Obviously, the layout's closer to the tour version, which thankfully it doesn't really get altered as much as like Sky Garden, which, to be honest, I'm not really upset about Sky Garden's layout being altered, but I know that track is controversial in this game. Anyways, okay, that's good. Anyways, so yeah. Also, the Mario Kart Tour version of this track has a split path that's exclusive to the trick variants, but I can see that they've left it out entirely, which I can see why they left it out. And my depth perception is whack because I'm looking through my phone screen because it's blocking my Switch. And yeah, I need a capture card, I know. Well, you're probably wondering why I didn't do these types of streams for Wave 1 and 2. I just never got the idea to do so until today. I can share my thoughts on the Wave 1 and 2 tracks real quick. I won't play them though, I will just like give my overall opinion on them. If that sounds good with y'all. Moving on. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly give my overall opinions on the Wave 1 and 2 tracks since I haven't done them yet. So yeah, I'm not going to be playing them. Will I do another stream like this soon? I'm not sure if I will anytime soon. Paris, overall, good track. It doesn't really take the way they combine the routes isn't really the way I would have liked to see them do it, but overall, it works well in this game. Toad Circuit, not the type of track I would have included in this past, but I mean, it's fine. It's not bad. Choco Mountain works really well in this game, and I think the changes that carried over from the tour version work well in Mario Kart 8. In fact, I'd say they work better in Mario Kart 8 better than they do in Mario Kart Tour. And now, also, hi Marguerite. And now, Coconut Mall, I think, is great. I wasn't really upset about what they did with the cars, but I know that's a controversial thing and I don't want to dive into that, but overall good track. Tokyo Blur, honestly, one of the better city tracks. Choco Mountain is good with the fog. Yeah, it is. Also Hi Haya. Anyways, so Tokyo Blur, definitely one of the better city tracks in my opinion. I like how it changes routes each lap. Like, I mean, most of the city tracks do that, but like, yeah. Overall, good track. Shroom Ridge, I was surprised to see come back, but I'm glad it did, and it works well in this game. I like the change in scenery from the original, where they added that body of water in the background, and I also like the glider ramp shortcut that was added. Sky Garden, controversial take. I'm a fan of this. I I'm a fan of the visuals and the gameplay, and I've played it enough to the point where it's become one of the tracks that I'm best at playing without screwing up. I know people have mixed feelings on this track because of how much the layout was altered, but honestly, I think that the altered layout doesn't really bother me, if that makes sense. And then Ninja Hideaway, pretty awesome track. It reminds me of some custom tracks in Mario Kart Wii CTGP Revolution, because some of them have like a lot of crazy split paths like Ninja Hideaway does. And yeah, moving on to my quick thoughts on Wave 2. New York Minute, great track, excellent visuals, not much else to say. Mario Circuit 3, I would have preferred Mario Circuit 2 or 4 over this, but I'm glad it's not Mario Circuit 1. I do think the visuals are a great step up. I just wish the music just wasn't like the original, but with different percussion. Yeah, that's my overall thoughts. Calamari Desert, I'm glad that Calamari Desert 2 for Mario Kart Tour was reworked. It was like worked into this. My bad, I messed up on what I was saying. It's pretty much just, you know, it's just a nice track overall, and I do think some cool surprises were added. Like, I didn't expect the arrows that tell you where to go to be blue, and I also didn't expect the Mario Kart Tour Great to be added in lap 2, but I mean, hey, great track overall. Waluigi Pinball, I'm glad it came back, and it looks and plays excellent in this game. I do think it could have used some anti-gravity, but other than that, I'm glad it's back. Sydney Sprint, amazing track. I'm surprised Mangalore got the route this track took exactly right, but overall, it's fantastic. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Snowland, the upgrade that it deserved, honestly. Just, it is just fantastic. Looks great, plays great, the shortcuts are nice. And yeah, Mushroom Gorge. I'm surprised with how true to the original Wii version this one stayed, but I'm glad it did, because honestly, that gives it bonus points, because I was thinking it would be closer to the Mario Kart 7 version in gameplay, but nah. It's closer to the Wii version, which I think is definitely a good thing, because the Mario Kart 7 version just wasn't as fun in my opinion. Sky High Sunday. Overall, I am a fan of the track's visuals and concept. I just wish it wasn't an oval with split paths. That's just my main complaint. But, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, now on to Rock Mountain. Overall, see the Mario Kart Tour like grades, because there was a great road here in the original that was also red in color. Also, the music goes hard on this track. This kind of looks like a mix of Wave 1 and Wave 2 visuals. Because it feels like each wave of the DLC has had like a different visual style. This one just looks like it combines the visual styles of the first wave and the second wave. Overall, honestly, I'm happy this track is back. And I would change the visual style up a bit to make it consistent with the other tracks, but that's like the only thing I would change. And also the addition of anti-gravity works well in this track. It also worked well in Boot Lake and Sky High Sunday. Also replacing the added ramps with these things, I don't know what they're called, makes sense with the track. Because there's anti-gravity there, and I think the ramps on that steep of a slope would have played kind of weirdly. But yeah, overall solid track. Maple Treeway, sorry, I went silent for a sec. I just find it funny how the cannon sends you too low, and you, even though you're supposed to go through that hole that's in the tree, but you just go too low to hit it. Anyways, so I have a couple things to say on this track. First, the half pipes are back, as you can see right here. It's interesting how they function, but I'm just happy the half pipes are back. Second of all, this track got a massive upgrade in the visual department, and also the added grass on the trees that makes it look like moss, I think is pretty cool. I don't really have much to say on this track, and I'm also glad they kept this shortcut. I don't really have much to say on this track overall, but it is a solid track, and personally it's not my favorite out of the ones in the wave, because some of the other tracks got bigger upgrades in my opinion, but it is still a great track. Like this track, like this remake, but they removed the metal bridge. First of all, hi Ricky. Second of all, yeah, I know they did that. They did that in the Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart Tour versions as well. I'm not really too upset about that. Anyways, Berlin Byways. This track, I have a lot to say. So, unlike most of the city tracks, we start on the second variant of Berlin Byways instead of the first one. Also, this music is awesome. Also, I like how the traffic from, like the cars from Berlin Byways 3 are present on Berlin 2's route as well. And I have played Mario Kart Tour, and for some reason they released a Berlin Byways 2 first before they released Berlin Byways 1, which is a weird decision in my opinion, but, you know. Anyways, so now we're on Berlin Byways 3. Ow. I hit the median. Yeah. This is probably the least interesting of the variants, but the cars do make it better. Alright, and this part's cool. So, to go backwards, we go down that unused side road, go down this dirt path that's in Berlin 1. Go backwards down this route. Ouch. There are swamps there now instead of a glider ramp. And now the final lap is Berlin Byways 1. And also there's an off-road shortcut there, which I don't think was present in the original, but I will have to check up on that. It's like how they added an off-road shortcut at the beginning of Sydney's Sprint that wasn't in the original. And yeah, Berlin 1 is the same as the original. Ow. Overall, this is definitely the better of the two city tracks in this wave, in my opinion. It's just a lot more interesting. It's got more going on. But what they did with both the city tracks is creative. Speaking of creativity, onto Peach Gardens. This one I have a lot to say on, and you'll see why in just a bit. So first of all, they cut off the longer path on this split right here, which I guess makes sense since nobody really goes that way. They didn't really nerf this off-road shortcut right here. It just stayed the same. And I think you might have seen back there that the arrows that are present on the city tracks are also present on this track. They become more apparent later. But I think you can probably tell where this track is going by that. Anyways, they changed a lot of this track's layout. Like, it's been altered quite a bit, but I think it plays better than the original. Like the altered bits. Yeah, see, there's the city track arrows. Yeah. As you can see, they're right there. Yeah. Honestly, this might be my favorite track in the wave, and you'll see why in just a bit. It definitely looks a lot more pleasing visually than the original, because the original just was very bland. Like, it didn't really have a lot going for it visually. Alright, now on to lap 3. Here's part of the reason why I said this might be my favorite track in the wave. You go left now, down this road, which was unused, this road was present in the original Wii and Tour versions, but it was a straight line and you never went down it. And you go up these ramps now over that wall, and now you race through Peach Gardens backwards. So yeah, I think that part, I am happy they include that. When I got to lap 3, I was caught off guard. Yeah, I was as well, but I'm happy that that was included. And I didn't expect the glider ramp to be added either. But it definitely makes it a lot more interesting. Honestly, if it weren't for that lap 3, this probably would have been lower on my list in terms of like my least favorite to favorite. But that lap 3 changed everything. Makes me wonder if they'll do that with any other future tracks. Like, Calamari Desert did a similar thing with Calamari Desert and the second Calamari Desert route that was in Tour. That route is completely blocked off in Tour, so like in the Tour Peach Gardens. So yeah. Anyways, Merry Mountain. To be honest, I didn't think the song for Merry Mountain could get much better, but it did, and I'm glad it did. There aren't really many changes to this track. Hi, Thomas. Like I said, there aren't really many changes to this track compared to the original. Although there are some, like this anti-gravity section. And also, once again, half pipes are back. And there's also these, I'm just going to call them spinners. Anyways, lap 2, I'm going to take the other path here. And here's a cool change. A glider ramp pops up for laps 2 and 3. Which I'm honestly glad that was added. It allows you to take in the scenery more. I don't know why I said scenery weirdly. I was like, scenery. And now, yeah, overall, that track translated over well. A lot of these translated over well, actually. And finally, 3DS Rainbow Road. This one is a lot to take in as well. But yeah, I did not expect the road to be animated because it looked pretty static in the trailer. But it's animated, and I'm glad it is. Like I said earlier, my depth perception's a bit whack because of my setup. But yeah, I wish they added more anti-gravity on some parts, like this part. There is anti-gravity in this track, though, and you'll see where it is later. I think this part should have used anti-gravity. This part being wavy, of course, like it was in the original. And this is honestly not the visual style I was expecting them to do. I thought they were going to do one more similar to the tour version, but they went for a completely different visual style that's pretty unique to this track. Hi, Michelle. I don't remember if there was a star ring there in the original, but there might have been. Also, this part's flatter now for some reason, which, I mean, I guess makes sense, but also I don't know why they did that. I missed the wavy bit, but there's anti-gravity on the moon, which makes sense. Now this part. Once again, the music goes hard. And I wish they added anti-gravity on this steep U-turn here, but they didn't for some reason. And I'm just like, seriously, this is a missed opportunity. Yeah, that was a good thing to keep. They also had the music change in tour. Overall, great tracks. I gotta say Peach Gardens might be my favorite. Either that or Berlin. Or Merry Mountain, one of those three. Anyways, I'm gonna try to do online play. I'll just do a worldwide versus race. If my internet cooperates, I'll do a worldwide. If any DCs Well, I guess that's the end of the stream, because that's all I really had plans to do. So yeah, don't go just yet, because I'm going to find someone to raid real quick. Yeah, I know this is a shorter stream, but I haven't done a stream in a while, and I wanted to do something, and I thought it would be great to play Wave 3. Yeah, so who is live right now? See, Katie's live. I don't know who that is. Alright, so I found someone else who's streaming Wave 3 that's in my subscriptions, and yeah. Oh shoot, I just realized my camera's facing the wrong direction. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna raid Draconic, who is also playing Wave 3, and yeah, I will see y'all next time.